Yeah, but in general, it's all those things that you said, no, that starts happening. It's a high.
Yeah.
You feel like
Yeah, it's like a high. Yeah. I get it.
you feel everything is.
You're like, wow, man. Life is so beautiful. You're Bob without the Marley. You're just relaxed and chilled out.
Yeah, yeah.
But people, so when I share this, I say this to my friends a lot. Okay, I'm just Bob. Uh, they take it in another sense, but it's not like that. You're aware. You're very aware, and you're totally in the present moment.
Yeah.
You're so blissed out, but you're totally aware.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. I had called my friend from IIT maybe a year or two ago, and after a satsang, I called him and I was in like complete high energy and hi, how are you doing and all that. He was like, यार मिरानी तू पिया है क्या पी के कॉल कर रहा है क्या
So, I'm so happy, first of all, that I'm having a conversation with somebody who's been on the path and meditating for so long, such a long period of time, that we can have a genuine, deep conversation about this subject, meditation, because that is a subject today. And secondly, I'm so happy that UNO has finally recognized the need for this day. And today we have World Meditation Day being celebrated on 21st December for the first time. And thirdly, I'm so happy that Gurudev is doing a live session of meditation on 21st December at, I think,
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Available for everybody on YouTube.
Yes.
Amazing. So, with meditation, I want to actually start with the benefits of the meditation, because that is the first thing that anybody who listens to, I mean, even hears about meditation would think about. Ki, theek hai, let's do this, but what are the benefits? Why should I do meditation? So when I went on a deep dive research about meditation and the benefits of meditation, I actually found two kinds of evidences or these things. So I'm going to call this segment of the podcast. Where is it? Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So this is correct me if I'm wrong. This is reported benefits by people. This is a summary of that. And also this is scientific reports also. So both are culminated into one. Thoughts decrease gradually with meditation.
Thoughts decrease gradually.
Gradually with meditation, daily practice. Thought flow.
In generally.
Yeah.
In general. Yes, it could be one outcome.
Okay. Awareness increases in general in life.
Yes, yes. Thoughts decrease, but what if you want ideas and thought? So focused thought starts coming. Yeah.
Focused thoughts start coming. Emotions become more stable and positive in general.
Yes.
Okay. Toxins decrease in the body.
Yes.
Stress reduces.
Yes.
Focus increases. More awareness in the mind in general. Like awareness in general is one thing. Awareness about the mind. This is scientific study. Prefrontal cortex develops when we meditate. This is a scientific study.
Okay.
Lifestyle diseases decrease. Mind becomes clearer. More comfortable, feeling more comfortable. This is, people have reported, feeling more comfortable in life in general. Happier for no reason. Correct? Hormones are more balanced in general. More centered in general. Intrusive thoughts decrease. Mind coordinates more in general with us.
Mind body coordination.
Yeah, and with us also, yeah.
Intrusive thoughts meaning?
Intrusive thoughts are thoughts which people have usually in extreme anxiety cases, where they have intrusive thoughts that they know are not good, but they're coming anyway. Like, what if this happens? Like that. So that decreases. Decreased tension from the mind and body, that is already done. We live a more fuller life. Okay? We are more in the present moment. expectations naturally start dropping. Is this one actually I wanted to ask, because I also been meditating for a while, but yeah, I mean, does this also happen over a long period of time? Expectations naturally start dropping. This again, people have reported this. So
Hmm. Yeah. Eh, yeah. So there is a difference between expectation and having a goal.
hmm.
So you could be still working towards a goal and not expecting. So
Hmm.
expectation is an internal phenomena.
Hmm.
Like when you expect something, there is a pressure, right? You work towards something, but there is a pressure. So that pressure is off, but you are still working for that. You
Okay.
could still be working for that.
So your nervous system is relaxed,
हाँ
but the goal is fixed.
हाँ goal remains. You know, some people may confuse that expectation reduce. अरे हम तो कोई मतलब कुछ करेंगे ही नहीं, फिर हम एकदम वेजिटेबल बन जाएंगे.
Yeah, yeah.
वैसा नहीं है.
Okay. Ability to know increases.
Hmm.
Okay. Mind is in general relaxed.
Hmm.
Depth into subject increases.
Mm-hmm.
Memory function becomes sharper. Emotional regulation वो तो हो गया, relaxation वो भी हो गया. Sleep becomes better.
Mm-hmm.
Positive qualities like courage, honesty naturally start manifesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Enthusiasm towards life, towards little things increase.
Mm-hmm.
Feel sense of unity with everything in general.
Mm-hmm.
Increase peace and brotherhood.
Absolutely.
Feels more love with everyone. Inner voice becomes clearer.
Mm-hmm.
And overall mind body development happens. Talents start manifesting because there is overall mind body development. And understanding of our own self increases.
Intuition. What you said, inner voice,
हाँ.
or you can say intuition.
Increases.
Intuition improves.
तो ये तो मतलब that's how you stayed back. Right. So fun fact, when I was doing this research, I couldn't find anything that comes this near to this in terms of such a blossoming, right? And before I go to the next part, which is Mastishk, we have a segment in this podcast where we talk about just like meditate on the human experience of that subject that we talk about. So before we go into that, so I was meditating. I started meditation with simple breathing, pranayama, when I was 19 or 20. And then my dad has always been into yoga meditation, so I learned from him. Then from there, I changed schools. I was initially with, I don't want to take names, but different schools, all popular ones on YouTube right now. So I changed different schools. I was there for bhakti for a while. Like I was doing more into puja, less into meditation, more into yoga, less into like combinations. But meditation in general kept happening. Like different formats I explored. Then I found Sudarshan Kriya, and I first experienced the course when I was 19, but it didn't hit me that time. I don't know why. But then when I did it for the second time when I was 26, just hit me, like you said, that wow feeling happened. And I felt all these results. I can personally vouch that I felt all these results happening in my life over those years. But I had a doubt. At 29, I thought, what if it's because I'm maturing? I thought that what if it's because it's naturally happening in my life? What if it's not meditation? And those doubts start cropping up. And I'm somebody who always likes to go with solid evidence. So I stopped. Now I'm coming back because I stopped 6 months ago just to see what happens. And I took out a journaling, this thing where I started journaling the difference I can see. And yeah, it is true. I'm talking about the full sadhana. Padma sadhana, that is yoga, meditation, Sahaj, that is a full, and Sudarshan Kriya. When I stopped in 6 months, I saw an increase in stress levels, in general, more frustration, and more, right now I'm more jumpy. 6 months ago, if you check a podcast, it's like a year old, I'm like this. I'm like, what's up? So it's a phenomenal thing. This amazing, beautiful gift all of us have. What is that's going to, so the next segment, which is Mastishk, which means brain or the human experience of life. What is your human experience of meditation like? And what was it like when you started? And what is the difference today? What is it like today when you sit?
I've not thought about this, but yeah, now initially, of course, it's not a very. It may be a struggle also.
Mm.
Just meditating without any support or without any guru is difficult. So initially, but still keeping a discipline and sitting. Like when I was doing vipassana, that time it was like that probably. It was little no direction, or I don't know. With pranayam, it became easier. It becomes easier. Now it is very easy. Just sit and you feel very light. What I feel is the difference. If you ask me how it was 20 years ago and now, when I had joined the ashram, I felt I was very something was very contracted and very um, contracted and stifling,
Mm.
very shrunk.
Mm.
Now I feel very light and something very expanded. This is the difference I feel. Earlier it was there was everything was very tensed and contracted. Now it's much more relaxed and released and expanded. That's something. Yeah.
Wow. And have you had any, so since this is the human experience of things, have you had any experiences in meditation that you would like to talk about?
Yeah, 2, 3 experiences.
Anything you're comfortable sharing?
Yeah. This was one was right when I was in college itself in IIT, and I was doing this Sahaj Samadhi meditation, and then I was sitting in Padmasana, and it was quite uncomfortable, and but I was sitting, and then suddenly something like this happened, and then I suddenly feel very comfortable, and it was as if I am at some height here, and I'm seeing, okay, I'm in the body, but I'm seeing, not seeing, but just experiencing, but the pain in the body is all reduced, and very everything is very comfortable. Yeah. And then that lasted till the time I was very scared to. First, I was very scared what's happening. What will happen if I open my eyes and what's happening and all. But then it became okay. Opened my eyes and this was one experience. Yeah. Other one is maybe too personal.
Yeah, I understand. Whatever you're comfortable sharing, that's what I asked.
Yeah. Yeah, but in general, it's all those things that you said, no, that starts happening. It's a high.
Yeah.
You feel like
Yeah, it's like a high. Yeah. I get it.
you feel everything is.
You're like, wow, man. Life is so beautiful. You're Bob without the Marley. You're just relaxed and chilled out.
Yeah, yeah,
But people, so when I share this, I say this to my friends a lot. Okay, I'm just Bob. Uh, they take it in another sense, but it's not like that. You're aware. You're very aware, and you're totally in the present moment.
yeah,
You're so blissed out, but you're totally aware.
yeah, yeah. It's true. I had called my friend from IIT maybe a year or two ago, and after a satsang, I called him, and I was in like complete high energy and hi, how are you doing and all that. He was like, यार मिरानी तू पिया है क्या, पी के कॉल कर रहा है क्या? So
Yeah.
मैं बोला नहीं यार, मैं जनरली ऐसा हूँ अभी.
Yeah. I have a funny story also. So there's a person who used to work with me in the Bangalore Editorial earlier, and I don't want to. It's not good to share the name. So let's call her Priya, for example. So she used to work in the website development department. So I started advanced that time. So I'm usually a very perfectionist kind of a guy. Like I'm always like, "Arey, ye nahi hua, this has to be." Not angry, but always like, "Ye thoda better karo, ye thoda strict type hua." So I started going for advance. So I went for the first advance, and that's where I met Gurudev and you for the first time. And second, and then third. So I loved it so much that I started going every 3 months. Advance, advance, advance. So every 3 months I'll go. So I'll be all stacky and I'll be like tacky and I'll be like Nagmani, sorry, Priya, ye nahi hua, वगैरह. So I'll go and I'll come back and I'll be like, so I'll be like, हुआ काम हुआ? So she'll be like, नहीं sir नहीं हुआ. I'm like, करो करो, अच्छे से करो. So first time, third time, she was like, okay, 10 days, 15 days last. Then I slowly start becoming my natural self. Next time I went, next time. So then I started telling her I'm going for announcement. एक बार मैं कहा मैं जा रहा हूँ. तो एक बार वो cancel हो गया. मैं कहा नहीं अभी थोड़ा काम था. So she's like, so she's from Maharashtra. So she's like, sir, आप जाइए ना sir. So I said, क्यों प्रिया? So she's like, नहीं sir आप जाइए. आप जाके आइए. Cancel मत कीजिए sir. And then she got so interested. She's like, "Ye kya hai? What is this magic that's happening to you?" She joined the course and she did it. And now she goes for advance.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So, but with uh, a reality, a subjective reality, which is experienced through consciousness, right? And not objective. Also comes speculation of those people who want to experience it, but there is speculation. So that's why, since I want to keep this podcast wholesome, so I want to go there also. So the first thing that usually I'm calling this the meditation myth buster is the first thing that people have questions about is so this was discussed, and this is also something that's commonly discussed. Meditation and myth. Yeah. This was discussed by Dr. Willow, and this was done on the Tim Ferriss show, which is a pretty famous show. And she's a scientist, and she came on the show, and then she said that people who meditate less than an hour, they talk about having better sleep, but people who go more than that, they start losing sleep. This is one thing that she said. Okay, now this is what I'd like to point out, because first of all, I have meditated for like 10 years and I have never lost sleep because I had good sleep. She said that anything below half an hour, people have good sleep.
Good. Yeah.
Let me be precise with the words. She said, but anybody who spends more than half an hour, they experience more wakefulness. Right. So, this is one thing that I've also heard people say, that it increases your wakefulness. And second myth I would like to shoot into this conversation is that it makes you cold. It makes you less emotional. And, it's you become more robotic. And third is you'll start losing passion in your world, like in the things you do, like your household, like having, let's be open, like being a romantic partner to your husband or wife, or being having a full life in terms of being passionate about your work. It decreases your passion. It makes you more dispassionate. So these are the common myths which are being discussed, that it takes you away. And then also it comes into organizational point of view, that some organizations might not be doing the right thing and wrong thing. It goes into that. So what is your take on this, the myth buster?
Yeah, let's take each one separately.
Yeah.
First is the sleep. Yeah, if you meditate too much, the requirement for sleep goes down. That's true.
Oh, that's a true one.
Means if you meditate too much,
Okay.
1 hour or not, but if you just every day, if you meditate, ज़्यादा meditate कर लो, ध्यान कर लो, तो नींद तो कम हो जाएगी.
Achha, requirement goes down. It's not that you lose sleep. You don't feel the need to sleep anymore.
So the requirement will reduce.
Oh, you're more rested.
You're more rested, you're more energetic.
Huh.
That is there. That will happen. But then that Yeah. So if it's not done properly
Yeah.
under the right guidance,
Yeah.
then this, see, sleep also is important.
Mm.
There are three aspects, three gunas: rajas, tamas,
Mm.
sattva. So if you increase your sattva only and there is no tamas at all,
Mm.
body doesn't get rest, then body can wear out.
Mm.
So too much ati sarvatra varjayat. Jada bhi, anything you do too much excess is not good.
Yeah.
So balance is needed, definitely. But that doesn't mean you don't do.
Yeah.
So that's why in Art of Living it's do your kriya, do your sahaj, morning and evening. That's it. 20 minutes morning, 20 minutes evening sahaj.
Yeah.
Half an hour kriya. I think that much is good.
Yeah.
ज़्यादा करने लग जाओगे तो not a great idea.
So sattva is positive energy.
Yeah.
Rajas is activity and tamas is darkness. Negative energy.
Tamas is sleep,
Sleep.
lethargy,
Inertia.
rest. Inertia.
Inertia.
Inertia. Correct.
What about then it makes you cold?
Yeah, that is also true. It can make you emotionless. Very.
That's true. But I felt
But
my emotions increase after
no.
I
So
become
I
more.
am actually seeing their perspective, why where it is coming from. So
Okay.
and I have seen that extreme also. Being in ashram, you see
Uh,
people where,
oh,
and
okay.
you yourself also.
Can I add one thing before before the answer? My experience to add to that is my experience is every time I meditate, right? And after meditation, I feel more fuller. Like I feel so not bhavuk, not emotionally crying, not dum, but more fuller. Full.
Yeah. No, that is if it is done in the right time, right amount, right. Abhi, you don't do the whole day, no?
Yeah.
Like you said, you do advanced course every 3 months.
Yeah.
If you start doing advanced course every week,
Yeah.
then
It could lead to a dangerous.
yeah, then it will be your नहीं होगा. जो भी चीजें बोल रहे हैं ना, if it is done in excess, then all these things are possible. It's true.
So you were saying cold in the ashram you've seen.
Cold. Yeah. So if you don't involve yourself in seva, you don't involve yourself in activity, then you can become like that. You just want to meditate, only meditate. Then no. So excess. These are all these things that have been told. No, they are if it is done in excess. Feeling cold, becoming very cold and disconnected. Sometimes it may. You don't become emotionless. You become more sensitive, but still sensible. Otherwise, you just go into sensitivity, and you lose your sensibility.
Yeah.
So the right balance is being sensible. The other extreme is you are sensible but not sensitive.
Yeah.
So both balance. So meditation is about getting balanced in both. Yeah.
So the third myth, of course, as I said, is that it makes you lose passion in your daily life. Is that so? This one I have experienced also, but I'm not saying like when I was in a relationship with somebody, I felt as passionate as I was, but I did feel that I was less passionate about my work. Though this is a true thing. Meditation, it generally made me more like usually I'm a very passionate kind of guy. You can see it in my eyes right now also. When I'm doing anything, I'm passionate. I'm just right there. But meditation sort of brings you more towards the center, like or towards dispassion, or I don't know.
Both are needed. That's why this only meditation is like left, and passion and all that is like right. So the balance. If you are doing in the right amount, then you will be more effective. Sometimes when you are so aggressive in passion, sometimes you become so aggressive that your delivery, your outcome
Gets
is not as good as when you are less aggressive. So passion depends. Are you talking about aggression?
Mm.
Aggression will reduce. Aggression could reduce.
Passion, the inner juice, the inner,
Inner juice
as they call
increases.
lasya, the laya, that thing towards.
Enthusiasm. See, your
Yeah.
prana increases. Your life force energy itself increases. Your life enthusiasm increases.
Yeah.
So that will be there.
Yeah.
But you need not be so aggressive. So
Yeah.
aggression may reduce, but passion may remain
Yeah.
in the long, like in a long term thing. If your goal
Yeah.
remains.
So in my case, what happened is that the passion increased towards spirituality.
Spirituality.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and decreased towards, that's what happened. So I started became more passionate about attending satsangs, and it that mental ऐसा हो गया, shift हो गया, like.
करेक्ट. वो बैलेंस थोड़ा इधर होता है. वो फेज होते हैं. समटाइम्स देखो साइकिल चलाते हो, इधर गिरते हो, इधर थोड़ा इधर गिरने लगते हो तो इधर बैलेंस किया, इधर बैलेंस किया, इधर गिरने लग गए तो इधर कर लिया. सो इट नीड्स अ बैलेंस.
So you're saying that one doesn't need to progress in the time meditated, but just meditate daily.
Meditate daily. Quality is more important than quantity.
So if one is meditating 2 hours eventually, that's not the goal. But that in those 20 minutes only, you're going deep.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 hours नहीं ज़रूरत है. I mean, if you are villa, you have nothing to do.
Exactly.
Then you do all that.
Yeah.
20 minutes is good.
But daily.
Daily, हाँ. 2 hours for 2 years से better है 20 minutes for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
है ना?
Yeah. So, what about when it comes to the progression of this? If somebody does muscle building for a year and they leave it for a month, nothing much happens. A lot happens, but they can get back to whatever they were in a week or 2 weeks. So, is meditation the same?
I think so. Just
Yeah.
that the time frames are longer.
Okay.
So like you go to gym 3-4 months में you start building your muscle and it starts being visible.
Yeah.
For the mind, the patterns, to drop the patterns and to become more mentally strong
Yeah.
takes a little longer. Not 2-3 months, maybe few years.
Yeah.
Then you're aware of your patterns and you're more strong, mentally stable.
Yeah.
It may take longer. And then if you stop practices, similar like what you're saying for body, but longer time frames.
So,
Like
now,
6 months you stopped
yeah, I did.
and then you started noticing.
Yeah, so my thing is, the reason I stopped is because, see, I'm a little crazy when it comes
No,
to
so you
things.
wanted to, no, this is what a true seeker is. You
Yeah.
won't just take it on the face of it. You want to, evaluate and.
The thing is that I was, see, to somebody who's watching this, honestly, a year ago or maybe 7 months ago, I was on cloud 9 compared to now. I can see my awareness levels right now. I'm more jittery. 6 months ago, I was actually more like him. You can see the podcast or my state. It's not easy to fool people. You can see that in the podcast. So I was very relaxed, more calm, and I was much more centered. There was lesser thought flow. There was lesser aggression. There was more enthusiasm. And there was a lot going on. I was like an angel. I was like flying. And somehow I was noticing that I was ending up in places where people need some help. And ये बहुत उस time पे हुआ मेरे साथ 6 months ago, that I'm always ending up in places where somebody needs some help and I just connect and leave. So that started happening. So I've had this thought when I did VTP, Volunteer Training Program, that what is the state of that person who's 28 and not doing? एक वो थॉट था. और दूसरा ये थॉट था कि क्या ये मेडिटेशन है या मैं एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग मैच्योर हो रहा हूँ. क्योंकि कई लोगों की स्टेबिलिटी भी होती है कि पीपल आर गेटिंग ओल्डर, सो दे आर बिकमिंग मोर मैच्योर. और तीसरा थॉट ये था कि can something replace meditation? ये भी एक थॉट था. साधना, होल साधना, लाइक योगा, मेडिटेशन, सहज मेडिटेशन, सुदर्शन क्रिया, meditation, yoga. So is something that can replace this process? So that's why in the 6 months, I tried everything I can, from dancing to workouts to gyms to everything. So, and proper period of time, like including martial arts, I tried everything to see if I can reach the same levels of peace, happiness, comfort I was reaching naturally with 40 minutes in the morning. I couldn't do it in my case, is my experience. So now I'm convinced, like I'm sure that, okay, this is powerful stuff. And now I value it a lot and I'm getting back. That's
Yeah.
why I did it. But I want to start with, so I actually wanted to, like a midway in the podcast, I wanted to hit the main question, which is, what is meditation? Because anybody who's listening to this right now would have already assumed that they know meditation. That's why they're listening, including me. Uh, so there are so many formats of it available in society today. There is awareness, there is mindfulness. So for that, I have a segment called "What is not meditation?" Right. So let's keep it simple, so it'll be convenient for you as well. So I had myths and what is not meditation. Okay. So here
मिथ्स
it
हो
goes.
गया ना पूरा. मिथ्स में क्या था एक?
हाँ, मिथ्स में था, मिथ्स पूरा हो गया. मिथ्स में था कोल्ड होना, डिस्पैशनेट होना ज़्यादा, और नींद खोना. These were the things. And we have, where is that research? Yeah. What is not meditation? Is awareness meditation? Is always being aware meditation?
That may be a result of meditation.
Is imagination meditation?
No.
Any imaginative processes? Because a lot of these. So
Yeah.
imagination is not meditation.
No.
Okay. Is mindfulness meditation?
No.
Mindfulness is not meditation. Is concentration meditation?
No.
This is a famous one.
Yeah.
Is focus meditation?
No.
Okay. Is relaxation meditation?
Closed, but even you sleep, no?
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Is dispassion meditation? Like not practicing meditation, but just being dispassionate.
close again. Yeah.
Is music meditation?
Music has how meditation.
Just
Is it,
listening to
there
music.
can be, yeah, if you are fully into, no. Yeah, lay samadhi hota if you are fully into that. That way, even if you're focused fully into something, maybe.
Okay. Is a single thought meditation? Keeping just one thought in the mind.
No. Intention. Having an intention, but that is before meditation. Then we drop that intention also.
Okay, because this one is actually mine. Because I imagine a deity and then I just try to keep my mind there. So that's also not
And then
meditation.
you drop. Huh. No. वो
Oh.
भी छोड़ना है. Meditation is not concentration or keeping anything. Meditation is deconcentration.
So what is meditation?
Yeah, meditation is deconcentration.
But that is again relaxation.
Yeah, but what happens? Human body is used to only experiencing sleep. Like you relate relaxation to sleep. But meditation is being awake and yet relaxed. Relax and sleep is sleep. Relaxation means sleep. Concentration means awake. Meditation is
The state in between.
concentrate, focused and relaxed at the same time.
And that's why the technique is important.
That's why.
And that's a precise technique the Guru gives.
Yeah, that's why this Sahaj Samadhi,
Yeah.
there are some sound vibrations that that one can the mind can hold on to and be awake, and yet the whole system is relaxed. That is Sahaj Samadhi.
So this actually I want to do for only Art of Living. This next 2 minute. Guys, this you might not be able to gauge. So you can skip the 2 minutes, that's fine. But this is only for Art of Living crowd. Do you have any experience on how Sahaj works? Because it's blown my mind every time how the mantra is becoming powerful in my life. Like I have experienced from day one of getting the mantra to day 2 to day 3, it has, the mantra is becoming powerful or something. Where every time I say, now I do the Sahaj meditation, the process, the mantra, the mind just like it totally, I can feel my blood gushing, like relaxing. I can feel my mind is just empty. And I'm just aware. That's a thing that you said. It's without any process, without any, in other things you have breath, focus on. That we have Sudarshan Kriya, but still, it's just naturally. How
Yeah.
do you have any insight on?
No, just this. It happens. Wow. Cool. You have a good experience.
But what is your
Sahaj.
experience?
Yeah. Similar. Yeah. That's what you hold on to that thing and you can relax. It's good. That's why this Sahaj Samadhi, it cuts all the impressions of your past.
Mm.
Normal meditation or relaxation techniques or guided meditations, they can relax you.
Mm.
But because there is a mantra
Mm.
in the Sahaj, there is a mantra.
And by any chance, if by mistake you say the mantra outside, it's okay. It's still fine. When you're not meditating.
Outside in the
I did that
realm
once.
of
That's why I asked you.
uh,
Like, galti se ho gaya. So, I mean, I was in a situation, I was very tense. And I don't know, the moment just took over me and I just stood there somewhere wherever I was and it still worked. I stood there and I did the mantra and I just...
mentally.
Mentally.
ठीक है.
It
You
just...
didn't express
No,
it
no,
in
no,
a,
no. I never said it to anybody. But mentally, I didn't sit for meditation, is what I'm saying. I was in a very tense, extremely tense situation in life.
Oh.
And I didn't know what to do. I was confused. And it situation tha, like I had to get out of it. And I was stuck somewhere. And I didn't know, I knew that I need clarity of mind, but a lot was happening in life. So I just went for it. I thought, dekh lenge. And I just said the mantra, closed my eyes and said the mantra in the middle of the road, in traffic, standing. And it worked, still worked. My mind just dropped everything and I got the direction. I just went for it and things got solved. But is that dangerous? I think.
No, you can rather use the general mantra, Jai Gurudev.
That's also a mantra.
Yeah, you can use that mantra and see. That also works. in like when you are not meditating, that time you use that Jai Gurudev. Otherwise, you use your when you're meditating, you use that mantra.
So, next, I actually, for the next segment, next part, I wanted to ask you questions my team had. So they had a couple of questions. And we here at the Bangalore Editorial have a beautiful policy where we start mornings with meditation. So they are also now, slowly getting into this. So they had a couple of questions. So this is coming from a point of view of somebody who's just starting, fresh. So the first question was, if you have a disturbed mind, how many days of meditation does it take to calm down permanently?
Permanently? No, it could be immediately. Just the kriya, if you do kriya, if you're disturbed immediately, it can happen. Depends. See, if your light was switched off for 20 years, how long does it take to switch on the light?
Just a second.
So it could just be like that. Everything is brushed out and you're back. It is possible. But it depends when that switch gets on.
Okay. Is there an alternative? This I have already answered, but from my experience, what is your take? Is there an alternative for meditation for mental health, like exercise or jogging?
For mental health, why do you want to look for an alternative? When you have everything, then why look for something else? When you have everything on your plate, you focus on getting other things, other alternatives, do other stuff. No, ये तो मिल गया साथ, प्रूव ट्राइड टेस्टेड चीज़ है, उसको ले लो. जो ट्राइड टेस्टेड चीज़ें नहीं हैं उस पे करो ना एक्सपेरिमेंट. क्या है उसमें क्यों टाइम वेस्ट करो? स्पेंड your time and energy for something else. No, but
Yeah.
yes, exercise definitely. A healthy body is also needed to
Mm.
meditate well. You need to have a healthy body. Like when you're sitting for meditation, you shouldn't slouch, and your body should feel comfortable. Your body should be healthy, not weak. So you need to exercise for that. That's why yoga, you even gym a little bit is good. Have good muscles. Nothing in excess.
Yeah.
Nothing in excess.
Which meditation format helps us to go into deep sleep? So this is coming from a point of view of AOL only, that there are so many meditation formats also. One is through breath in this thing also. सुदर्शन क्रिया ज़्यादा मतलब उस तरीके से एक मंत्र से हो गया, which helps us achieve deep sleep.
Yoga Nidra.
Yoga Nidra. Okay. Which meditation format helps with nervousness and anxiety?
Meditation. So nowadays, no, one more program has come up. It's the deep sleep and anxiety busting
Mm.
program. So you have this anxiety busting protocol.
Oh wow.
There is an anxiety busting protocol. If you do that, people have reported a lot of difference.
I'll add that to the video link.
Yeah.
How many years or months would it take me by the time I control my mind?
It depends on your intensity.
Uh,
So in Patanjali, there is, he says there are three kinds of people: one who are very intense, one who are moderately intense, and one who are very less intense.
hmm.
क्या था वो? संवेदानाम, तीव्र संवेदानाम
Hmm.
asana. तीव्र संवेदानाम asana. Those who are with high intensity, for them, it is very easy.
Hmm. You know, I have a question there actually. Is I find myself in that category, third one, because I'm a bit,
तीव्र.
yeah, I'm almost crazy.
Very good.
People who watch the show only know I'm almost crazy. Anything I do is like, "Wah!" So I'm like that. But it's also very edgy. I find myself as an edgy character. कि overnight Coimbatore nikal gaye. And if I am doing anything, I'm very intense. But when but also meditation has never decreased my intensity. I've noticed that it only increases it, but in a beautiful way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it makes the mind calm, but it maintains the intensity also.
Yeah. The spirit. There is one talk of Gurudev, Santa Monica, very old, 90s ka talk. So he said two things. Spiritual path needs two things:
Hmm.
intensity and authenticity.
Hmm.
How intense are you? Even if you're crying, are you crying intensely? And the other is authenticity, being authentic with what you have. So whatever you are doing, if you have these two, you are on the spiritual path.
Um, this is coming from somebody who is into manifestation. That's a trend nowadays. Everybody wants to manifest. Even I'm trying to manifest a lot of things in my life. Is meditation and manifestation, this is also the same bank, is meditation and manifestation connected, and how?
So to manifest anything, there is intention, attention, and manifestation.
Hmm.
The thing is, usually people have an intention, but they hold on to the intention. One is supposed to, that's a skill to be able to drop the intention.
Hmm. And that is karma yoga also. That
Which
is
one?
karma
Attention.
yoga also.
Karma yoga. All yogas are same eventually.
Hmm.
So if you want to do something, you have an intention and you work towards it. That is putting your attention, and then it manifests. And the subtler you are, the deeper you are, the easier it becomes to manifest.
You know, but I would like to ask you a question there, because I have been personally struggling with this. Once we drop the intention, there's nothing to work towards, right? Like if I'm having an intention, suppose I'll tell you my, everybody knows, I've said this twice in the podcast already. I want to build a podcast which goes global. and where become with this podcast becomes a platform for wisdom and laughter and stories to be spread throughout the world. It's my intention. Now, if I drop it and I'm working towards it, what am I working towards? I've dropped it.
Drop the feverishness towards it
Okay.
and keep working. You are doing that. You are working it. And acha, two areas. One is this. Second is um, sattva se karya ki siddhi hoti hai. So the more sattva you have, when you meditate, there is more sattva around you, and with more sattva, things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen more successfully.
Mm.
But you also have to see that um, everyone has a game plan.
Mm.
It whatever is meant to you comes to you.
Mm. Also, going back to what you said, I think what you're saying is when you drop the intention, now it becomes a direction. It's not an
Ah.
intention anymore. It was an intention, you dropped it, now it's a direction, and you just walk.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. That's what is happening. No, that's
Yeah.
what you're doing. Yeah. Good.
So, I had a. So now I'll come to my questions. Everything is done. What is meditation? Their questions. Dunya ka questions. Mythbuster ho gaya. Now I'll ask my questions to you. Um, so, um, this is the part which goes into philosophy. So till now we were taking very practical, logical point of views, but I love the part where we go into philosophy as well because that is what makes a podcast beautiful. The openness that we can have in a conversation in any country where we explore possibilities. So it will not be very logical, but it's still very beautiful. Um, a neurologist somewhere in the world met a astrophysicist, and they started discussing their fields of work. And the neurologist was also a cognitive scientist. It's a new field where they are, which recently they started discussing the hard problem of consciousness. How consciousness is the only thing in science where it cannot be deduced. Reductionism doesn't work with consciousness because consciousness is a personal experience. How can you deduce what consciousness is? So that's where that is. So the astrophysicist talked about how when it comes to quantum physics, everything on a quantum level is interacting with each other and the neurologists started talking about how that is very similar to how the brain works. The neurologist found it very fascinating that the brain and the neurons and the firing circuits were very similar to the patterns that the astrophysicist was talking about. So they together formulated a new theory, which is now there as a theory, and now they're working towards finding if it's true, called panpsychism. This is blown up the world. Everybody's talking about it nowadays. Panpsychism is this theory that says that the Advaitic principle, because Advaita says the same thing, that everything is consciousness. Panpsychism has arrived to this, that the whole universe is nothing but an ocean of consciousness, and all space-time quanta level particles are floating on top of it, or are basically on our formations of it. So all of this is consciousness. This mic is also consciousness. It's a crazy theory, but everything has life basically. This has life. This has life. This class has life. We have life. Everything around us has units of life. This is panpsychism. As a meditator, now if we connect these two, what do we have? Through meditation, what are we trying to achieve? What is the ultimate goal? Are we going towards the experience of panpsychism?
Yeah, Gurudev says no, everything is energy and everything. And in fact, there is this also that each substance has different units of life.
Yeah.
Solids have different, stones have different, fire has different. I think the same. Mhm. And then there is this. talk of Gurudev on Spandakarika.
Mm.
So Spandakarika is about that. Everything Spanda is vibrations. Everything is vibrations. But in Spandakarika, it says that uh, God is the general vibration, and everything is a special. Human beings are special vibrations. I think same. See, everywhere is vibrations, or whatever you call it, energy and or waves, and so God is there everywhere.
Yeah.
But human beings are a special combination of certain vibrations. Then Bharat comes up, then Vishal comes up.
This is mind blowing stuff. Uh, of Because you brought it up, because so I'm studying music production, right? And my teacher in the music production class said that any sound struck has a model. Like when you look at the graph of it, the wave function, it has one tone, which is the one big wave, and around it, it has millions of tiny vibrations. So the central sound, the central struck sound, is the main vibration, and around it, it has millions of tiny vibrations. So the combinations of frequencies of the vibrations around it is what gives it its particular sound. So this sound, the reason it is different from this sound, or this sound, is because the frequencies around it, the note is the same in both of these, but the frequencies around it are different for this and this. This is one thing. And then Spandakarika, where we say that there is one general vibration in the universe, and all that is around it are these special vibrations which are coming in and out of existence, which was mind blowing to me, because then that is, you're actually saying that the most simple model of sound in the universe is same as the large model out there.
Yeah. But this sound, so this and that is okay.
So then in that case, everything is the whole thing, universe is one song.
Yeah.
The whole thing is one song.
And you are living in love.
Exactly. It's all crazy. I love philosophy. Right. Yeah. But so I think one of the questions I had there is, what actually happens deep meditation. Like somebody asked me the other day that यार पता नहीं रहता कि मैं सो रहा हूँ कि meditate कर रहा हूँ, because I'm aware but I'm asleep. What is this weird thing? And this happens after a couple of years into meditation, where you start feeling like you're aware but you're asleep. What is actually happening in the deeper
No,
state?
that's अब analyze नहीं करने का है. Even if you slept, okay. Main point is after meditation, if you're feeling fresh. If you're feeling fresh, mostly it's worked. If you're not, then maybe you need more sleep. That's also possible. Sometimes सोए नहीं है तो ध्यान करके निकाल रहे हैं. वो भी होता है ना.
Yeah.
But sleep happens sometimes also, um, especially when B12 D3 deficiency is there, no?
Mm.
That time also you don't know what's happening. You're feeling low and you are meditating, but still you are feeling low. Check your. That's why physical fitness also is needed. Check B12 levels, D3 levels. If they are low, there is an effect. Your sleep is very shallow. All this is connected. Huh? Health is meditation is one part, but the overall health that needs to be taken care of.
And meditation is for the mind, or is it for the soul?
Both. Both. Mind becomes calmer and you connect with the soul.
Have you had any experiences about the soul that we call soul?
What is soul? Who will experience it?
I.
What is that I?
It's the core.
No, what is the I? If the thing is, if the experiencer and the experience is becomes the same, no? Then who is experiencing it?
Yeah.
तो अलग कर दिया ना तुमने.
So I is the neurological response to the question that who am I? But the core, which is the emptiness, that core is that what we experience? Is that what the soul
No,
is?
the thing is, basic thing is you feel more. So the deepest level of our consciousness is the super consciousness.
Yeah.
And even like a brief fraction of a second, if the mind goes into, if you go into that consciousness, super consciousness, there's like a blast of energy. So you feel energetic, fresh suddenly. Like you said, no, you feel very full bhav and all that. Yeah. So that's the outcome. That's all you can see. That's like you're in a you're in a pond. A fish in a pond is saying, "Where is water? What is it like being in water? What is it dissolving in water?" Yeah, bhai, you are
Yeah,
you are
water.
there. What
You're
is
in
there?
water.
What is this thing about it?
Yeah.
Enjoy. You are into it.
So, do meditators have to follow any rules? That this I should not do. This I should do.
Yeah, it's so they both are connected. You meditate and you start feeling that all these Patanjali mein 7 levels are na, 8. Eighth is meditation samadhi. So before that you start feeling more hygienic. You want to keep things clean. You want to have a vegetarian diet. You want to keep a shauch, non asteya. All these things start happening. You feel, you know, it happens. It happens. At the same time, you can keep a discipline of it.
So,
Vegetarian.
but if you're non-vegetarian, you can meditate. I mean,
You can attempt to, but most of the times you will fall asleep.
okay.
And then you will say that it's not working for me. And then you'll go into that myths wala, and then you go into that.
Yeah.
So if you want to give it a fair try,
Yeah.
then follow the norms. I mean, especially if you're beginning.
Yeah.
If you're beginning, then you follow the norms and then experience it for sure. Because there is something. It's not a myth. It's not a people are saying they are different. No, it's for everyone. Everyone can experience it. Just follow certain things and it works.
Or maybe we can start with daily meditation and slowly, naturally, our habits and lifestyle also changes.
Correct.
That also could happen.
No, if meditation hits you in the beginning also, yeah.
Because actually, that's how it happened with me. I used to be a non-vegetarian, and I had no plans of coming this way. And I started meditating, and 19, 20, 21, 22, and then today I'm a pure vegetarian. So it happens.
Yeah, same with me also. That's why Kriya.
Yeah.
Meditation may or may not hit in the first go, but Kriya for sure. Higher chances. But it depends. It depends. Time, age, maturity, many things are there.
What is the difference between Sudarshan Kriya? Because you're a teacher. So what is the difference between Sudarshan Kriya and meditation?
Sudarshan Kriya is like cleaning the lens. And meditation is like cleaning the mirror. Sudarshan Kriya is like cleaning the mirror, and meditation is like looking into the mirror.
That's actually a very nice way to put it. I'm going to use that now.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That is Sahaj Samadhi. We say this in the Sahaj Samadhi, that Sudarshan Kriya is like cleaning the mirror, and then Sahaj Samadhi is like looking at yourself at the mirror. But after the Sudarshan Kriya, when the breathing thing is done, and then you automatically do go into meditation. Actually,
I've noticed that also. And I think I'm culminating with a question that this is a mystery. In temples, this is something I've asked to every single person who had anything to do with yoga meditation who came on the podcast. And I've always found different versions of this answer. How is meditation effortless in temples? In temples, especially Shiva temples, I've noticed this. Uh, it's so easy to meditate. You're, in fact, you don't need to meditate. The moment you're in a temple and you sit down, you are meditating. You are aware, and you are. So why not then go to temples and meditate? Why do it at home? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, sure. Not just temples. You go to ashram. You come to
Yeah.
ashram. You sit in presence of Gurudev.
Yeah.
There you don't. There
No
also you
effort.
feel.
Yeah.
Same.
How does that happen? What do you think? What is your
So
theory?
see, there is there is air everywhere, but you don't really feel it.
Hmm.
But when you sit under a fan, then you feel it, right? So there is Guru, that Tattva, that higher power or whatever you call it, that is there everywhere. But when you be at certain places or you meet certain people, then you feel it more pronounced.
Is there a difference between consciousness and awareness
They are
in
different
terms of
words.
temple guru tattva? In terms, is there a difference between consciousness and awareness?
Consciousness and I mean, they are different words. It depends on what you annotate them to.
Okay.
Yeah, but this temple and it could also be your devotion or your ishta, means you have a faith that when I go such to such places, deep down there may be a faith inside you that uh, sparkles, especially like for Shiva temple, like you said. And of course, otherwise, logically seeing also, temples are place where everyone, when they come with that faith.
Yeah.
So that builds up, no? Temples you go and there is faith. And for example, if you go to a place where there was war, or in a concentration camp, I was in Dachau in Germany. There was this concentration camp.
Ooh.
So that the whole place had that energy, faith in people. Gurudev, he really gives a lot of weightage and value to temples because they inculcate faith in the society. These are centers of faith where people go and positivity is there. There is faith that it's rekindled, and there are values, the chants and the traditions. And yes, so definitely you should go to temples. But to meditate, nahi, just to be there. Meditation to itna ashram mein ho.
That's what I do. My last question. No, because
One more.
I, this is purely coming from my heart. I would love to know what is Gurudev like, since you spend a lot of time with him. See, I know that there's a faith that all of us spend time with him mentally. I mean, he's always there for all, but you physically spend a lot of time with him. Tell me some stories. Like, what is he like, and what does he like? I mean, does he have likes and dislikes? What's the thing?
Yeah, he's like a um, baby who's fully into knowledge, and just being around him, it's like I was telling to you on the phone also that um, being around him is like being in that presence. um, like you said, when you go to temple it becomes effortless. Being around him also, it's meditation. And he is it's strange, he's there but not there. It's like a cloud walking and talking. It's fully um, energy. Being in his presence is like when you do an advanced course, at the end of the advanced course how you feel, more centered, more calm, like that. You go just around him and be around him for some time, you start feeling like that. Yeah. And he's a living inspiration. I tell this in all the courses also. Like, there are theories, philosophies, but theories, philosophies don't inspire people. People inspire people. And when you see people living that, and then Gurudev is someone who's living in that knowledge every moment.
Mm. Yeah.
That's all. It's being in his space is a different experience.
He's totally authentic, right?
Totally
In,
authentic.
out, same.
Mhm.
So
Good.
we have the live meditation happening on at 8 p.m. on 21st December with Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, live on YouTube. Anybody can attend. For our all the meditators out there who are listening to this, the much awaited World Meditation Day is here. It is being celebrated, and every year I think all of us should make sure that we celebrate it. Like dhol wol leke nikal jao, like tak tak tak. World Meditation Day. But the thing
Dol
is,
wol leke shanti.
exactly. People inside the house are like, I immediately retracted that in my mind. I was like, I should not have said that because somebody is meditating inside the house. People are like playing dole in the.
No, this is both. It's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
But meditating live with Gurudev also, it has a different flavor. It's almost like at that time, everyone 8 p.m. everyone will be meditating in the whole world,
Yeah.
and even through the camera, uh, through the laptop or whatever this thing you have, there are vibrations that do come. So there is value in doing it together at a certain time where everyone is doing it.
Mm.
It it's something worth trying out.
Yeah.
8 p.m. when Gurudev is meditating
Yeah.
personally, he is also meditating, and you are also meditating, and everyone in the world, millions of people around the world are meditating. It's something worth trying,
Yeah.
exploring.
Yeah.
वही टाइम पे उसी समय log into that channel and
Yeah. You can find it on YouTube. Is there any particular channel name you would like to suggest that
no
we can?
Gurudev's channel
Gurudev Sri
just
Sri Ravi Shankar meditation live.
live, yeah.
21st December also probably. That'll help. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you. It was
Yeah, it's been
nice.
such a great pleasure.
Same
Thank you.
here.